Well, my name is Ahmed Farid Morsy. I'm here as the Egyptian consul at the Egyptian consulate in Houston. I'm a career diplomat. I have been working with the Egyptian MFA for the last 21 years, long time. And I have been traveling the world. I'm enjoying it, and I'm blessed to be serving a country like Egypt abroad and furthering the relations between our culture, the Egyptian, and the other cultures like here in the United States. Well, it's a very, very deep question. The Egyptian culture in the United States is basically part of the American culture. If there is one unique aspect of the Egyptian culture in the United States, that it assimilates with the environment, with the social environment. We as Egyptian, we don't have this quality where we just crumble upon each other and live in a cocoon where we're sheltered from the society. We always love to intermingle and assimilate with the societies, and that happens everywhere I have served, and I saw how the Egyptian acts abroad. They have this quality where they definitely assimilate and they adapt to the new life that they venture into in the other countries and into other societies. So it's easy and hard at the same time. As you know, the H-Town is very famous for the medical center and the energy corridors, and our professionals, Egyptian professionals, they work hard in both aspects of this economy, and it's very difficult to get them on their leisure time all together. But I manage from time to time to meet some of my friends who are doctors and some of my friends who are working as engineers and petrochemicals engineers in different companies here. They live a very hard life. They work hard and they give 110% to their jobs and to their families. And I'm really proud of them as a person, as an Egyptian who loves these professionals who represent Egypt in the better way, and also as a consul who's proud of the people that really engage the other community or the community they are in, and I can't ask for much better community, honestly. Oh, definitely. I mean, Egyptians, like, there is no Egyptian without an art trait to it. Either, like, listen, if you go on the streets of Cairo, you will listen someone singing. I mean, even the voice is not that high quality, but you definitely will find them singing. You will find them dancing. You will find them playing music. You will find them painting. A lot of people love to paint, and oh my God, Egypt is the country of poets. We have 1 zillion poet in 100 million people. So definitely we're poets and actors and singers. I mean, you will find definitely an artistic aspect to each Egyptian. Well, I am blessed. I can express myself through poetry. That's my main passion. I have published a book in 2004. It's a collection of poems. The name is نقوش عشق وارتحال, and it's Encryption of Love and Voyages. That's the translation of the title of the book. And the second form of expression is writing stories. I consider myself a student of human nature. I love to absorb all the stories from all these travels that I have done. I always take notes on people that I meet, their passion, their psychology, their interactions, and of course the melodrama of their lives and how things evolves in their life. And I incorporate that in my work as a novelist, if I can call myself a novelist. I have actually 2 novels that I am done with, hopefully soon I'll be able to publish it. It's in Arabic, and I'm really excited about it. These are the two forms, and of course painting. I love painting. I have been painting all my life. At school, I remember when I was a young kid in high school, I was painting in my school, القبة الثانوية, and one of my painting was hanged on the wall next to the principal's office. And after a few years, after I graduated and traveled to New York and came back, I went to my school, and guess what? My painting was still there, and I was so proud. I mean, it was crappy as hell, but but I loved it that they still kept it there. I don't know now if they have it after 20 years. Probably erosions happened to it, but no, it was there for so long time, and I loved it. My trade as a diplomat have taught me not to miss, but to reminisce about what my country is, and of course, if I miss something in my country, I miss my family, my extended family, my brothers and sisters, my nephews, my nieces, and I miss my childhood friends, and I miss walking the streets of Cairo and eating fulu ta'miya and eating koshari with friends, and walking on the Nile, and all the small stuff that we do in Egypt and is specific to Cairo. And I'm born and raised in Cairo. I was born in Al Abbasiyya, which one of the oldest quartier of Cairo, and we have a lot of beautiful memories. And if you keep continuing asking me about these memories, I'm gonna cry. So stop it. Well, let me tell you something. One of the things that I'm proud of, like when I'm asked how old I am, I would add 7,000 years to my age. So if you asked me like a few years ago, I would say I'm 7,000 years and 28. So that's how we look upon ourselves as Egyptians, through the perspective of history. We're not a product of the 21st century. We are product of all the 21st centuries, and this is how we perceive ourselves. We're part of the process of what is history, and this is a unique thing about the Egyptian, because we always have this sense of belonging to this civilization that seems to many people back in the history and back in the ages, but we still feel it 7,000 years later in our blood and in our daily life. We're surrounded by the mystique of that culture, but definitely we're living in the 21st century. And let me congratulate the Museum of Natural Science for bringing in the collection of the King Ramses II. I mean, one of the greatest kings of all history, not only in Egypt, but all over the world. One of the kings that made a difference in the path of humanity. I see civilization as a continuous process. I mean, what we have now in the United States as the Western civilization, modern or postmodern Western civilization, it owes a great deal to that human, thousands and thousands of years, who discovered how to light a fire, and passing through to that human who created the wheel, and goes on and on and on until this beacon of civilization shines in the valley of the Nile and in Thebes of Egypt, where the kingdoms of Egypt have thrived for thousands and thousands of years. 6,000 of years of civilization, great architecture, great art, great economics, great poetry, great novelty. I mean, Egypt has contributed a lot to this civilization. And then this beacon of civilization passes through, and we as human fail when we do not pass the beacon of civilization. We don't continue the process. Like one of the sad moments of history when the Mongols destroyed the city of Baghdad, or the World War I and World War II. These are the incidents that hampered our civilizations as human. I mean, we can sit here and think about this is American civilization, this is European, this is Egyptian, this is Persian, this is Chinese. I mean, we are a human race. Look, Elon Musk now, he's talking about humans going to Mars. All these beautiful minds that envisions a new age, a new era for our civilization and human. I mean, no nation can do it alone. It's a collective effort. And without this beautiful civilization of Egypt, we would not have this beautiful civilization of the United States. If there is one thing that I wish not only the American but the world understand about what is an Egyptian, is that you cannot say an Egyptian is an Arab. You cannot say the Egyptian is a Muslim. You cannot say the Egyptian is a Christian. You cannot say the Egyptian is an African, or the Egyptian is a Mediterranean. What is an Egyptian is a huge mix of all what I have said and more. So if there is a unique quality about Egyptians, that they can communicate even with rocks. I mean, we have this open channels of communications with everybody. And if you let yourself to engage mentally and emotionally and verbally with an Egyptian about any topic, you will find a wealth of knowledge. And I'm not talking about the people on academic level or professional level. No, the layman. There is a wealth of inherited knowledge in the Egyptians. And you know what about it? We're easily giving it to anyone who asks for it. I mean, our way of life is very easy and very easygoing, and it's adaptable, and you can definitely, if you live in Cairo for 2 days, 3 days, you get it, and you will definitely cruise and live as an Egyptian.